Eka-san, greetings of midday to you. This is the Ialosha Apetidi Olaomi Akalatunde of Oshe Tour Institute. And just coming to you today with a video that was requested of me on Facebook. So I have two topics that I want to cover. And the first one we're going to cover is self-love and the importance of self-love. I was remarking on Facebook that I am constantly finding new ways to love myself more thoroughly. This is quintessential, especially in the life of a woman, especially in the life of those of us who were born carrying a womb. Reason being is because we are responsible for everyone else. We are the mothers of everyone else, and therefore everyone else is our responsibility. If we are not thoroughly and completely loving ourselves, we don't have anything inside to give to everyone else who is relying on us, and rightfully so, because we have the ashe. We have the divine power to take care of them, to give them what they need, to lead them and to guide them. But if we are not taking the time to nurture and love ourselves, we're not cultivating this divine power. The Odu, which is the holy scriptures of the Yoruba people, speaks of the importance of rising early in the morning and giving destiny its due, of taking the time to rise early and think over what you're going to do with your day so that you can be what our ancestors called an ameso, a balanced person. So I have been, I think for the past 3 or 4 weeks, making sure that upon my rising in the morning that I don't do anything else before I give destiny its due, before I make sure that I do my prayers, before I make sure that I do my daily incantations, before I make sure that I take a salt bath and that I oil my body, that I oil my hair, and that I give myself all of the love that I deserve. Because then I can move through my day from the standpoint, from the perspective of that love. And everything that I'm doing is from that love. So I'm giving love all the time, no matter what's going on. Even when I'm in a crisis, I can approach that crisis from love. I can approach that crisis from a space and position of power, as opposed to a space and position of confusion or fear. Because once you rise and give your destiny its due, once you rise and make sure that you are in balance and in alignment with the universe, everything else, everything presents itself as a very small problem. Even problems that would normally be large look small to you. Our ancestors call rising in the morning and doing your prayers and your meditations breaking the kola nut of Ashe. Breaking open that thing in the universe, that entity in the universe that holds Ashe. You're breaking this open so that then you have the Ashe, the divine power, to do everything that you need to do throughout the day. You're manifesting things like magic because you've taken the time to break the kola nut of Ashe. So that's the first thing. Wake up in the morning, give destiny its due, love yourself as thoroughly as you possibly can, and make this the first thing that you do every day. Before you check your text messages, before you check your emails, before I even look and see what time is it, how late after my alarm went off did I actually get up, before I even look and see what the temperature is, I don't do anything. I get up and I begin the process of giving destiny its due so that all of those other things fall into place. And it is from a perspective of loving myself, taking care of myself, and how I am housed in this particular lifetime. Remembering that everything that I see as divine comes from in here. The divine comes from the inside out. It shines from the inside out. So if you talk about you love God, or you love the Orisha, or you love the Neteru, or the Elohim, whatever spiritual practice you utilize, you speak of loving these beings and these deities, but then you let your body, go to waste. You let your mind go to waste because you say that you're putting all of your energy into loving God or loving some divine being that you see as outside of yourself. Whereas there is no spiritual road or spiritual path that does not say that you are housing the divine in your body. The divine lives within you. So if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not eating properly, if you're not meditating, if you're not getting proper exercise, how can you then claim to be loving this divine? You don't have any love for the divine. Self-love is the ultimate act of showing love for the divine, making sure that this temple remains proper so that Oshun can live in here. If I knew that Oshun was going to walk through my front door right now, would I have my house in a mess? Would I have old, nasty, horrible food to serve her? It's not what I would do. But I know that she lives in my body. So why would I keep my body in a mess? Why would I eat things that I know are horrible for my body? If you're not showing a high level of love for yourself, you don't have any love for the divine. God lives in you. Goddess lives in you. The Orisha live in you. The Neteru, the Elohim, etc., etc., etc. So that's the first thing that I wanted to cover. The second thing that I wanted to cover is one of the groups that I'm in on Facebook, the Yoruba Study Group of Detroit. Shout out to everyone that's in that group and to Brother Kefinte for starting the group. Put up one of the members of the group, Adisa Ajamu, who's also a miraculous writer, please look him up, posted a question, and he was saying, you have so many pots in your house with all of these Orisha, and you pay homage to these Orisha all the time, but you can't afford to do the simple things in life. And you also are living a life that's full of emotional upheaval and turmoil. What does that mean? And, we addressed it in the group several different ways. But I wanted to address that further because I think that this is a major issue among people who practice traditional African religion. And just among people in general. Not just those people that are doing that, but just people in general in this modern age. So I wanted to address that. And I wanted to start by saying, have a seat, please. Don't do that. Have a seat. Thank you. I wanted to start by saying that we have to be concerned with, and we have to have an understanding that we are here to become divine. Divinity is the goal of this life. We cannot still be existing under this misunderstanding that we are wretched beings waiting to be saved by some outside being. This is not an African understanding of life at all. This is not an ancient majority people, indigenous people understanding of life at all. That you're a wretched being and some higher being has to come from the sky to rescue you and save you. That is a misunderstanding. It is not true, and it leads you down the path of living life improperly and therefore never able to reap the benefits of a good life. You are, according to our ancestors, what the Odu says is human beings become Orisha. The purpose of your life as a human being is to become an Orisha. The purpose of this life is divinity. The Holy Odu Irosu Iwori says that the reason that each human being is Eniyan, a chosen one, and you have been chosen to bring about the good condition. You have been chosen to do this work here on earth, on Aye, because of your love of Iwapwele, because of your wisdom, and because of your compelling desire to do good. This is the true nature of your Ori, of the spirit that lives inside your body, and this is what you're here for, to achieve perfection and to work towards a global perfection. That is the reason that you incarnated. You are not a wretched being somewhere waiting to be saved. You are a savior. If you did not have the capacity to be a savior, you would not have been chosen to be conceived. This is what the Odu says. This is what our ancestors believed. So perfection is a possibility, and perfection is the goal. You should be seeking perfection in every area of your life if you call yourself an African. If you call yourself someone who practices African spirituality, this is what you should be doing, is seeking perfection. Because this perfection and this moving towards it is what will assist you in fulfilling your destiny. And then, through your destiny, helping everyone in the world to fulfill their destiny. I'm sorry, my timekeeper speaking to me is 10. Okay, I have 15. So tell me when it's 15. Thank you, timekeeper. This is my lovely daughter, Ashabi. Is my timekeeper and my videographer. I'm so blessed to have these people in my life. But anyway, I digress. So you are seeking this perfection. When you live your life with the knowledge that divinity is your goal, that human beings become Orisha, then you don't have such low expectations of yourself. And therefore, you're not allowing yourself to wallow in low places and to wallow in activities and things that are beneath you. You are supposed to be here seeking to become Orisha. That is your reason for being here. If you miss that, then you've missed your goal. You have not fulfilled your destiny, and definitely you're going to have to come back and try it again. So this is the African understanding of life and the reason for life. If we look at the affirmations of innocence of Ma'at, which was one of the first written laws that were given to humankind, look at all of those things that you're not supposed to be doing. Look at all of those things that our ancestors rose every day and said, I will not. I'm not going to do this today. And before they went to sleep at night, they checked themselves to see whether or not they had not. Before they went to sleep, they said, I have not. It was 142 affirmations. So you get yourself on the right track every morning by saying affirmations. These are the things that I will not do. You get your spirit and your body, which is a product of your spirit, on the right track by doing that. And then you move throughout your day remembering those things. You don't do them. This is one of the ways that we move toward perfection. But I think that's a good method to use. And let me not say but. But in addition to that, those of us who were born in the West and socialized in the West need to remember that there's no such thing from an African perspective as being only human. Well, I'm only human. I'm born to make mistakes. Well, what do you expect from me? I'm just a man. All of this thing, that's a Western way of thinking. That's a brand new way of thinking. The millions of years that human beings have existed on Earth, this is not how we were moving through life. This is a new thing that's just been done for the past 2,000 years. That's just any amount of time that human beings have been on Earth. So you are running up behind a childlike thought process and a childlike behavior. If you are talking about how you're not perfect and believing that perfection is not possible in this lifetime, you are to be seeking perfection. You are to be seeking divinity. When people say, what is your goal in this life? To become Orisha. That is what you are here to do. To bring about the good condition. That is the fulfillment of your destiny. In the way that you are moved to do it. Some people like me bring about the good condition through teaching. I have 2 daughters that are visual artists. They will bring about the good condition through the beauty of the images that they create. I have a daughter that is a singer. She will bring about the good condition through the beauty of the things that she sings. I have another daughter that's a healer. She will bring about the good condition by healing people. Each person is put here to do it in a different way, and everyone's walk does not look the same, but that is what you're here to do. And if you weren't capable of doing it, you would not have been born. That's what our ancestors say. You never would have been conceived in the womb of your mother if you were incapable of perfection. Olodumare does not send individuals to the physical realm who are incapable of perfection. How about we look at it that way? Anyone who is sent is a Nyan, chosen one, because you are capable of perfection. So I'm going to leave us on that note. Human beings become Orisha. We are here to become divine. That is our reason for being. All right. Adupwe, thank you so much for viewing. Thank you so much for sending love and showing love and light. And I pray the same towards you and your family. Okay, Orisha Institute is my company that I use to teach from. It is www.oshiturinstitute.com. OrishaTourInstitute.com. Look us up, purchase a class, and continue to be uplifted. Ashe, 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 Odapo.